Alright, this is how to play craps for beginners. I'm going to kind of go over some of the basic things you would see on a craps table, just to kind of help you get the gist of how the game works. So, first of all, the numbers that are craps are 2, 3, and 12. Okay? So, here's what you do. The first roll of the game, they usually pick someone to roll. The person that rolls has to bet on what's called the pass line. Okay, now here's how the pass line works. On the very first roll, if 7 or 11 comes up, it's an automatic winner. So for example, if I was to put $10 on the pass line and the pass line hits, I automatically will win. I will double whatever I put on here. So let's roll right now. Let's see. Okay, so bam, see that? Seven
front line winner.
7 just came up, and so I just won $10. Okay, so that's how the pass line works. Now here's the thing: if 2, 3, or 12 come up, I automatically lose. So if again 2, 3, or 12 are craps, if those come up, then you lose whatever is on this line. Okay. Now there's a third thing that can happen, and it's going to happen right now. Okay. So 10 comes up. So
10, the big one on the end.
If 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, or 10, the numbers up here, okay, if any of these numbers come up, then this number is now the number that you're shooting to hit. Okay, so let me kind of explain how this works. So if 10 comes up again, you will win double. So if you put 10 on here, you actually win 10 more. Okay, makes sense. So if 10 comes up, you automatically get 10 more. Now, this isn't only for the person who's rolling. Anyone can bet on the pass line, and the same rules will apply. Okay. Now you also have over here. This is the don't pass bar. Okay. This is like the opposite of this line. So for the don't pass bar, if you put money on here, you're basically saying, I'm betting that this number doesn't come up. But you can only bet on this before this number is picked. Okay, so let's do a couple rolls. You can kind of get the gist of what's going on. So, see that? 7 just came up.
7 out. One roll, no butter.
If 7 comes up, then guess what? The pass line loses. Okay? Because remember, the pass line is saying, I'm putting money here, and whatever, which one of these numbers gets picked, I'm betting that number is going to come up again before 7 comes up. Okay? So it didn't come up, so we lost. Had we put money on the don't pass bar, then we would have won. So let me show you the example now. If I put money on here, I'm saying that whichever one of these numbers comes up, let's say, for example, let's roll. I rolled a 5. Okay.
5.
So I'm basically saying I'm betting this money that 5 will not come up before 7 is rolled. Okay? So that's kind of how these two work. Now you have over here what's called the field. Okay? And the way the field works is if 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, or 12 come up, you double whatever you put here. Okay? So, and all the numbers are always going to be on the table, so it shows you. If 2 come up, you get 2 to 1 on your bet. Okay? So right now, let's bring this money back. Let's say if I bet $10 on the field. Okay? Let's hope it comes up for the example. Perfect. So 11 came up.
Go 11.
So we just basically got 10 more. This is a 1-to-1 bet. So if you bet 10, you get 10 more. Okay? Now, if 2 comes up, then you get 2-to-1 bet or 2-to-1 odds. So that means that you put 10 down, they're going to give you 20 more if 2 comes up. Now, this kind of will vary on certain tables. Sometimes they'll both pay 2 times, and sometimes 12 will pay more. So if 12 comes up, if 12 comes up, then it will be also 2-to-1. Okay? Now, the next thing we want to go over is what's called the come bet. Okay, so if you bet money on a come bet, when the dice are rolled, whatever number comes up is going to be the come bet. So for example, let's roll them. And now 9 came up.
9.
Okay.
Center field 9.
So
Field come bets go to 9.
now 9 is our come bet. So now you're basically betting that, hey, 9 is going to come up, and if 9 comes up, then you win. Okay, pretty simple, and you, I believe this is a 1-to-1 as well, so you would get 10 more for this bet. You can also, at the same time, you can bet on these numbers: 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, or 10. Okay, and let me pull up the page here that shows you the odds. Okay, so for the come bets pays 1-to-1. If you were to just put money on 4 pays. Hold on, let me show you here. The app kind of shows you. So 4 pays 1-to-1. So if I was to put 25 on 4 and 4 was to hit, then I would just double it. I would get 25 more. Okay. If 5 comes up, 5 pays 3-to-2. So like if you put 10, no, I'm sorry. If you put 9, they give you 6. Okay, so this is a 3-to-2 bet right here. Okay, next thing, if 6 comes up, 6 is a 1-to-1. So same thing, if you bet 25 and 6 comes up, then you would get 25 more. Okay, 8 pays 5-to-6. And this is why it's kind of weird, because each one kind of pays a little bit different. Here we go. Okay, so 8 pays 6-to-5. So, for example, if you put 30 down, you would get 25. So, it's a little weird. Those numbers, the odds kind of vary because those come up a little bit more. So, that's kind of why they do that. If 9 was to come up, 9 actually pays 1-to-1. And then 10 pays 9-to-5. So, I have it a little backwards. So, you actually get a little bit more from these two bets here. So, for 8 pays 5-to-6, so that means if you bet 25, you would get 30 on top of that 25. With 10, 10 is a 9-to-5 bet. So let's say if you bet 25, you would get 45 back. Okay, so the dealers and the guy on the table knows all the odds. So if you ever like have questions, they'll actually walk you through it as you're playing. Okay, next on the right side we have some more bets. Oh, we also have this bet. This is a 6-to-8. This pays 1-to-1. This is a sucker's bet. Never bet on this because you have the same bet over here, except it pays way better. This is basically betting on 3-3 to come up or 4-4. Okay, now look over here. Over here they pay 9-to-1. Over here it pays 1-to-1. So that means if you put 25 and 1 comes up, you get 25 more. If it comes up here, you get 9 times 25. That's $225 opposed to just getting 25. So this is actually my favorite side of the board because this is where the real money is. Okay, if any 7 comes up, 1, 6, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 1, you automatically get 4-to-1. So if you put 25 on here, then you would get 100. Okay. So this is a really good bet, and guess what? 7 comes up a lot, so that's something that you may want to bet on. Now, these are called the hard ways, okay? Because basically, you're betting that 6 comes up the hard way, which is 3-3. If 8 comes up, it's 4-4. If 5 comes up, it's 10 comes up, it's 5-5. If 4 comes up, it's 2-2. Now, these are actually really cool bets because let me show you what happens here. Let me roll real quick. And it actually came up.
6.
So look, 6 came up and we lost the money. Do you know why? Because 6 came up the easy way. 6 or any of these numbers is considered the easy way if it doesn't come in this combination. So if 1-5 comes up, it's considered an easy way 6. But if it comes up as a 3-3, that's considered a hard way. So if the hard way comes up, then guess what? You'll get 9 times your bet. We bet 5, we would have got $45 on top of that bet. Okay, and then 5-5 and 2-2, these pay 7-to-1. Okay, and then we have our craps numbers right here. Craps, like I was telling you earlier, is 2, 3, or 12. Obviously, these pay way better, but guess what? These take a lot longer to come up. So if Big 6 comes up and you bet here, guess what? 30-to-1. Okay, So that means if you put $1 down, you would get 30 back. Same thing with 1-1 or snake eyes. Okay, you would get 30 to 1. If 1-2 comes up, you get 15 to 1. If 11 comes up, 11 is called the yo. You would get 15 to 1. This is called a hopping bet. So this is 2-3, and this one I believe is a 5 to 1. Let me check our numbers here. So this one is 5 to 1, and this one you're betting on any crap. So it's 7 to 1. So if 2, 3, or 12 comes up, you automatically get 7 times your bet. So this is pretty much the beginner run through. There's a couple of more terms in. There's a little bit more advanced stuff. I'm not going to go over a lot of that right now. I just want you to get a basic gist of the game. You also have these bets right here. This is a fire bet, but those can be really a little complicating, so I don't talk about those too much. But this is craps for beginners, so you kind of have a basic understanding of how the game works. Oh, last thing. So with the hard way bets, let's say we put that 5 on there again. If 6 doesn't come up, your bet stays. Okay? So
3.
that's a really cool part of the game. So let's say you put 5 on all of these. Okay? As long as these numbers don't come up, your bet will stay. It'll stay until one of those numbers comes up. So for example, let me get rid of these so you can see. If a 6 doesn't come up, my money will stay until 7. Until a 7 is rolled, and then I lose the money. If 7 is not rolled, the money just stays on here. Okay? And then the dealer may ask you if you want to keep the hard ways on or off. If you keep it on, it means that any roll, it'll count. So for example, if a 6 is rolled, then you will get the payout. If the hard way is off, then basically when there's not a number up here selected, then you won't lose your money up here. Alright, so this was craps for beginners, just kind of a basic run through of how the game works. Feel free to send me some comments if you have any questions, and hope it helps out. Check out my other video, some foolproof methods on how to win at craps with just a little bit of money. Alright, have a good one.